The preceding program was brought to you in part by FTD. FTD.com for all of your gift-giving needs. Welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti. My guest this evening is Jim Crawford, who's with the Old Saybrook Westbrook Exchange Club.
Sir?
Sir, how are you, bud?
Always a pleasure, Peter.
Good to see you. It's been a while.
Good to see you, too. Yeah.
It's been a while. What's new?
Well, we're at that time of year again where it's time for the Saybrook Point 5K road race.
All right.
And jointly sponsored by the Old Saybrook Westbrook Exchange and Greater Old Saybrook Chamber of Commerce.
That's right.
And it's our 16th annual run, believe it or not.
Wow.
And takes place down at Saybrook Point.
Okay.
Down at Monument Park is the starting spot. Mm-hmm. It's going to be August 23rd this year. It's always the fourth Saturday in August.
Okay.
And starting time's 8:30. And folks should try to register early.
Okay.
You can register early online. All the registrations are online.
Yep.
And if you go either to the Greater Old Saybrook Chamber website, or you go to Run, what have we got here? Run sign up. There you go.
Okay.
It's as simple as that. Runsignup.com.
Okay.
And they can sign up online, get the reduced price, and then save themselves a few bucks by not having to register on the day of the event.
Right.
A lot of people try to get a feel for the weather and decide last minute whether or not they want to run. Makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
But to save a few bucks, you can register online early, and it's entirely possible up to the time of the race to do it. But I would suggest they try to do that earlier.
Exactly.
And we have real nice packets for them to pick up. Mm-hmm. They're not really goodie bags. They're actually important elements for the race. You get your number, which also includes the timing piece that goes with it.
Okay.
And those can be picked up at Marathon Running, which is right on East Main Street in Old Saybrook. Right. And you can get that the Friday before the race on the 22nd between 4 and 6 at night, and they'll hand it out to you. It makes things real smooth in the morning. If you really wish to, and you're from out of town, you can't get down on Friday, you can come at 7:30 in the morning, grab it, and then go right down to the point. So that's as convenient as we can possibly make it.
Right.
We found that having the registration online made a lot of sense because it cut down on a lot of the anxiety and the chaos that would develop on the day of the race when we try to get people registered from scratch. And this works out a lot better. So people can plan ahead. They know exactly what they're going to be seeing, and it also helps with the regulating of the parking. So we have an idea of how many people we're going to be looking for, and we can better plan for how we're going to stack that parking up. As you well know, you've helped out for many years with the parking, and it's plentiful because they haven't done anything with the Dock and Dine site, so we can use that to get some cars in. But we've had in anywhere from a couple hundred runners to well over 400. So depends on the day, depends on people's mood, but
depends on the weather.
The weather is really, the weather is really an important factor. But it turns out to be really a lot of fun for the runners. They enjoy this race because it's a very attractive course.
Yes.
As you take off from the point, you circle around North Cove a couple of times, and there's only one repeat loop in there. Plenty of water stations, a very pleasant run through a very nice neighborhood with beautiful views of the cove, and then come back down to Monument Park for the finish.
There you go.
Yeah, and it's really a very important event for not only us but for the chamber, because for us maybe a little bit more because we're a much smaller group.
Right.
But both organizations use this as their major fundraiser for their scholarship funds.
That's right.
So as I've explained on this program before, the Exchange Club does something called the ACE Award, which is an acronym for Accepting the Challenge of Excellence.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an award we give out every year to a graduating senior in Westbrook and all Saybrook high schools.
Okay.
And it's a little different from the normal awards program. This one is given out to that student who overcame some type of a significant challenge to still graduate on time with their class. So whether it's a physical, emotion, or social problem, the counselors and the administration and teachers have identified a student who really has overcome some extraordinary challenges and makes it to graduation in 4 years with their peers. And we've had some stories that just are incredibly inspiring, incredibly sad, incredibly motivating. It's just a tremendous experience for our club, and we're something we're very grateful for, to have the opportunity to honor kids in this way.
Okay.
And we think it's special because most of these students who graduate are going to be getting awards for either academics or athletics.
Yep.
And this is sometimes a student who wouldn't have been recognized for a particular accomplishment because they either kind of in the process of overcoming their challenge, they kind of were in the sidelines, or they were a little behind the scenes, but you never know. Sometimes they're very upfront and very much leaders in the class. Other times their leadership is a quiet leadership that's by example. So we're very proud to be able to do that. And the Chamber does their Will Hunter Scholarship.
Yes.
Where they honor a student from each of the high schools also. And it's the major fundraiser for them too. So, and you know, it's we give it to someone who's earned the award already. In other words, this isn't for you to go to college, money for you to go to college, or to a tech school, or to a some sort of a certification program. This is something that we give as an award for what you've already done.
Okay.
And that's a little different. You know, lots of these awards that are given out based on whether or not you're going to a 4-year college, or whether or not you're going to major in nursing, or you're going to be a teacher, or you're going to be an engineer. But this one is given out as an award for the accomplishment you already achieved, which we think is important. Because the way, for practical purposes too, I mean, the way colleges operate today and the amount of money that it costs to go, we're really not providing anything significant other than maybe enough to buy books. But we feel very strongly that it's, you use that money for whatever you choose to do with it. It's not something that you have to report to the school and say, I earned this as part of scholarship money.
Right.
This is a cash award. So we're happy to do that. And we quite honestly, the amount varies based on how successful we are with our fundraising.
Right.
Because we are a small group. So this is a really critical, really critical piece of our annual operating activities.
So now, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys do 2 major fundraisers a year.
Yes.
You do the road race.
Yep.
But you guys also do an event in June
Yeah, late spring.
at
Yeah.
the Westbrook Elks.
Yes.
You guys did one recently.
Yes.
How'd you do?
We did very well.
Good.
And again, depending on the timing, the weather,
Yeah.
we're never really sure exactly how well we'll do, but all the money that we raise, it's our activity solely. So all the money we raise goes directly to youth and family services programs in Old Saybrook and Westbrook.
Okay.
So what we like to do is host the directors or their designees at a meeting in November.
Okay.
And we take the profits that we made from the bourbon and brew wine tasting, and we split them, and they get to use that money as they see fit. Some of the money they use for programming. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they use it because their holiday gift-giving budget is a little short, and they'd like to use the money for that. So we're more than happy to provide that, and again, it's an opportunity for us to help support the youth in the area. That, by the way, is the major focus of exchange clubs around the United States.
Oh, okay.
The national program is the prevention of child abuse. So there are organizations throughout the country that are primarily focused on helping either in the prevention or the assistance of those who've been abused. There are a couple here in Connecticut that we help support, and we find that spending the money locally is probably the most effective way to do it.
Really?
We're putting it in the hands of the individuals, the youth and family, who have the most expertise in that area. So that's another major effort that we have within our club, and we've been doing that for well over 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it hasn't always been at the Elks Club, but
oh no?
No, we had for several years. We did it at the old White House, which became Alea's,
yes,
over where Wayback Burgers is now, and then when they left, we were at Dock and Dine until, of course, we no longer could be anymore.
Right.
And then the Elks graciously took us in. So ever since the last event at Dock and Dine, we've been at the Elks.
Wow.
And they're terrific to us.
Yes.
I mean, they provide us with a very generous, welcoming opportunity with really a very close to the cost benefit for them in terms of what we ask for food and for the service. So they've been great to us, and we're thrilled with Paul Champlin and everything he gives us. Paul has run a marvelous organization over there in the Elks kitchen and banquet facility. So every year we're happy to re-up, and we've already set the date for next year. So
I know. I've got it written down
last
already.
Friday, the last Friday in June, we're going to have it again, and it's a tremendous night. People can go outside on the deck, and so we have over 40 vendors. Mm-hmm. And they provide, as we said, they're local breweries that come, local distilleries, and then we have all of the local vineyards are represented, as well as some of the others too. So it is the largest wine tasting on the shoreline.
All right.
And it's a very reasonable cost. Runs from 5:30 to 8. And what really helps us, and what we're very gratified by, is the support we get from a lot of local sponsors. So the banks and some of the construction companies, mm-hmm. Some of the financial advisory groups have been very generous to us in the past, and they give a sponsorship, which to us is clear money.
Right.
It's a donation, so it's great.
Right. Would you mind sticking around for another segment?
Love to.
All right, we'll be right back. welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti, sitting here with Jim Crawford from the old Saybrook Westbrook Exchange Club. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I want to open this segment maybe getting into a little bit more detail about what exactly the old Saybrook Westbrook Exchange Club is, what they do, maybe some of the programs that I know we talked about bourbon and brew, but we talked about the road race, but maybe figuring out.
Sure.
Because one thing and what I want to open this segment talking about, I know this, you know this, the viewers and the listeners out there might not know this though. You guys are responsible for the flags on Main Street.
Yeah. One of the major programs that the National Exchange Club is very much a part of is patriotic presentation, and we do quite a bit of that. The major piece is the flags on Main Street in Old Saybrook. We've done that for, at least 35 years. For all the years that they've had the median divider, and they've had the lighting there, even well before the gas lights went up.
Yes.
They didn't last gas, but those lights, those beautiful lights went up. We did this for, at least 35 years, and I think back, that's 1990. It's probably even older than that. But
really?
Yeah, initially what we used to do was put them up on Fridays and take them down on Sundays, which became extremely labor intensive. And as the club grew older, not the age of the club, but the age of the members, grew older and up and down the ladder, it gradually became very impractical to do it. So what we did was we invested in some flags that were a little more weatherproof.
Right.
We put a heavy investment into the mechanicals around the straps and brackets around the poles, and so we put them up Memorial Day. Yeah. And we try to leave them up through Labor Day. And obviously there are times when we know there are storms coming, and we'll take them down. We'll get them down. But other than that, they're up for the full time, and that makes things a little bit different, because not only do you have to be attentive to the flags either getting hit by a bigger truck that went by, snap the pole, or for some reason it might blow out of the bracket, but you also have more wear and tear. So we have reached out to the businesses on Main Street who have been very, very supportive, and the town of Old Saybrook has been, Car Fortuna has been very, very supportive of this activity. So we have a generous flag fund, and we use that for all the elements of maintaining that flag display that you see that's so beautiful on Main Street. Yeah. A lot of people think that it's done by Public Works or something, but it's not. No, it's not. It's all maintained by the old Saybrook Westbrook Exchange Club. All right. We can never find a way to publicize that more, because we think that people would be not only impressed by it, and grateful for it, but also think more about, hey, I might want to join a group like that, and or you might want to donate, or I might want to donate. Yeah, write me a check. Yeah. So thanks for giving me the intro on that, the lead in, and that's perfect. Yeah, not a problem. It's also part of other flag related things that we do for Memorial Day. That's right. We give out flags. We call it Give a Kid a Flag to Wave. And some of the kids are kind of big, and adults want to. So some years we give out 5,000 flags. Right down, just walk down Main Street as the parade passes. And we try to get out in front of it so that as the marchers come through, they've already got the flags. And that adds, I think, a nice element to the parade and the day itself, and everybody seems grateful to get one. Right. So we've started a relatively new tradition, and before the muster. I was going to say, I think I know this tradition. I haven't been around yet for this tradition, but we the Westbrook muster always falls on. Unfortunately, always falls on the fourth Saturday in August. Yeah. Which, as we just mentioned, is the 5K race. So yes. The good part of this little conundrum is that the road race starts at 8:30 and it's essentially done by 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So some of us can get in the car and get over to Westbrook. The parade doesn't kick off there until 11, so we can get those flags, walk down Route 1, Post Road, the route of the muster, and get those flags out to Westbrook folk also. So that's a new tradition we started. We did it a couple of times in the past, and last year we renewed that. We renewed that effort. So people responded well to it. So we'll do it again.
But then on the day of the muster and on the day of the road race, there's even an earlier tradition.
Yeah.
There's two certain people who get up at the crack of early, and
that's right.
Another certain person.
Yeah, we travel over to one of our wonderful sponsors, Cohen's Bagel.
Yes, we do.
Because those runners, when they finish, like to get some carbs.
Exactly.
Cut up some bagels, and they go quickly.
Somebody's got to go get them. So the people look at us like, what are you two doing here this early?
That's right. That's right. Walking out with all those bagels.
Exactly.
They've been wonderful sponsors for 16 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Every year they've sponsored.
Now, speaking of sponsors for the road race, do we have anybody else?
23 organizations. You know, I looked at it and I thought to myself, I'm either going to sit here and read them all,
because you're going to forget somebody,
and I'd have to write them down. I don't want to forget anybody, but it's enough to tell you that 23 organizations either give in kind, like Cohen's, or they write a check. And as you know, we discussed all that money goes directly into the scholarships.
Yep.
So it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah.
One of the other beautiful things we have to mention and talk about, they have a new executive director at the Greater World Saybrook Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, and it's a tiny bit bittersweet because Judy Sullivan was such a wonderful.
She was wonderful.
Wonderful person to work with,
my God.
And all those years of organizing and refining, and fine tuning. It's just a tremendous legacy. But we have a new director.
We do.
Andrew Surprise, and you tell me that you're going to have him on pretty soon.
He will be on with me here in a couple of weeks. As a matter of fact, we're going to when he comes on, we're going to talk about the chamber, but we're also going to talk about the road race.
Good.
So
great. Yeah, Andrew. I had the pleasure to meet Andrew. Judy was kind enough to get me a few minutes interview with him, and just talking to him, and partially about the exchange and partially about my role in Westbrook, which is also kind of in his bailiwick as part of the Economic Development Commission, and
that's right,
working with businesses. So it was a pleasure to meet Andrew. I've done quite a bit of work with Judy, and I'll put a plug in actually right now, because
for who? Me?
For Judy, for you for having this program, which allows for us to get this word out there. But Judy and the chambers from Madison, Clinton, and Westbrook actually came together and created a consortium of 4. And we developed a logo and a name, and we're calling it Coastal Connecticut. And you'll see advertisements for the 4 towns that appear in a lot of publications, either through Shore Publishing or Hearst and Heart Radio. So it's a long time coming, but it's a effort on the part of the regional area. We're all in the tourism business to a large extent. We're all in the, most of us are all in the regional marina business. Right. So kind of making it clear to people that, hey, there's a whole area here that's attractive for people to come to has been really well publicized in the last 2 years. And that may be something you might want to talk to Andrew about too, because it's a wonderful way to make people aware of the things that go on in our towns, like our service clubs, like our exchange clubs and Rotary and all the others. I'm not supposed to mention Rotary and Lions, but when I'm part of the exchange club, but that's okay. They do good work too. They do good work too. So all of these things come together, and they make for a real nice sense of community. And you know, people come here, and they admire the beauty of the place, and they realize that it's a wonderful place to be for the summer, and they forget sometimes that a lot of people are here year round, and it's a service economy, and folks who live here are very dependent on what transpires over the summer months. So it's a great reminder of how we are all tied together.
Exactly. Yeah. We got about little bit more time left, so let's circle back around and talk about the road race. Yeah.
So again, it's August 23rd.
Yeah.
It's 8:30 in the morning for the starting gun.
Yeah.
And it's at Saybrook Point Monument Park. The run is through North Cove.
Okay.
All registration is online, and you can save yourself some money by registering either through the Greater Old Saybrook Chamber or the runsignup.com.
Okay.
Runsignup.com. All lowercase letters, all one run. And then what you do is you pick up your packet on either Friday from 4 to 6 at Marathon Runner, or 7:30 in the morning on the day of the race. So you get all of the things you need, and make sure that you carpool, because as you and I know, sometimes it gets so crowded that folks wind up being late to get started in the race. Yeah. Because they've run out of room to park.
It gets crowded, it gets crazy, so carpool or walk or...
Yeah, carpool, or try to get a little bit closer, park a little closer, but walk the final distance. Exactly. That helps, because it gets very crowded.
It does. Yeah. We're out of time. Jim Crawford from the Old Saybrook Westbrook Exchange.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for some time.
Thanks.
We'll see you soon.
I hope so.
All right. On behalf of Jim Crawford, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.
There you go.